It all comes down to this. The season's two strongest teams face off in our championship match. Next on Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by the San Mateo Credit Union. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Welcome, everybody, to the final big game of the season. Let's introduce our two great teams. Over here, the Bellarmine Bells. And over here, the Menlo Knights. Both teams are already winners. Our second-place winner gets a great prize, $1,000 in scholarship money, courtesy of our friends at Golden Gate Commandery No. 16, Knights Templar, and the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. And our grand prize winner will win a glorious 8-day vacation to Spain, courtesy of our friends at ACIS. So let's just relax and play a great game of Quiz Kids, starting with our 3-for-all. I'll ask you a 5-point toss-up question. If you get it right, you'll get up to 2 questions to increase your score to 10 or 25 points. Good luck to both teams. Here's your first toss-up. The Schengen agreements eliminating border controls among most members were incorporated into the Maastricht Treaty. That treaty created...
the European Union?
Yes. Some of the more recent EU members are former Eastern Bloc countries. Name the one once ruled by dictator Nicolae Ceausescu.
Romania.
After a referendum on membership was approved by its voters in January of this year, what country with capital Zagreb is expected to join the EU in 2013?
Croatia.
You got 25 points. This phenomenon can be observed by heating iodine. What is the name of the phase change in which a solid is directly transformed? Nikhil.
Sublimation.
What is the name of the state change in which a liquid is turned into a gas?
Evaporation. Evaporation.
Yes. What is the state of matter reached by ionizing a gas?
Plasma.
You got 25 points. The Marx Brothers played a musical instruments. Harpo's choice is obvious. What musical instrument did Chico play? Ankit.
Piano.
Which TV personality's production company is known as Harpo Productions?
Woody Allen, maybe? I don't know.
Woody Allen.
Oprah Winfrey. Andros Island is the largest, with New Providence the most populous of the islands of which nation whose capital? Yes, Ankit. I'm sorry. The capital is Nassau.
Bahamas.
Nassau is one of 4 counties found in which part of New York with an Atlantic coast?
Which part?
New York, Staten Island. Long Island.
Long Island?
Yes. Which type of poultry is often called Long Island, even though its type originated in China?
Duck.
Chicken, duck.
Duck?
25 points. Although Article 80 of the Treaty of Versailles forbade it, Nazi Germany annexed this country in March 1938. Yes, Rashan?
Poland.
No. Name this German-speaking Central European country whose capital is Vienna.
Austria.
The Nazis used this German word meaning connection or joinder to refer to the annexation and downplay its military component.
Anschluss.
This Nazi official, the president of the Reichstag and head of the Luftwaffe, organized a plot in which a forged telegram was sent from Vienna asking Germany to invade to restore order.
Göring.
That is right for 25 points. The title character strangles a woman with her own hair in this poet's Porphyria's Lover. Samir.
Browning.
Say?
Browning.
Right.
Robert Browning.
Browning retold this German legend about a man who leads all the children of a certain town away in this poem of the same name.
Pied Piper. Pied Piper.
Of what? I need more. I need the whole poem.
Pied Piper of Berlin.
Hamelin.
Hamlin.
Many famous people have been Cambridge's Lucasian Professor of Mathematics. Which developer of calculus wrote Yes, Nikhil.
Isaac Newton.
In 2010, the Discovery Channel aired Into the Universe, starring which wheelchair-bound author of A Brief History of Time?
Hawking.
Appointed to the chair in 1849, he extended on the work of fluid motion done by Claude Louis Navier. Green's theorem is a special case of his vector calculus theorems.
Stokes.
You got 25 points. One orbit of the sun takes this planet 29.5 years. Name the second largest and least dense. Yes, Rashawn.
Saturn.
What molecule is the most abundant in Saturn's atmosphere, both by mass and by number?
Hydrogen? Oh.
Helium. Helium.
Hydrogen. This peninsula contains the southernmost point of mainland Greece. Name this peninsula that was the site of the ancient, yes, Ankit.
Ionia.
No, the site of the ancient Olympic Games.
Olympia. Wait. No. Peloponnese.
Yeah.
Peloponnese.
Correct. The lawgiver Lycurgus or Lycurgus lived in which Peloponnesian city-state on the Eurotas River?
Sparta.
Sparta. Yeah. Sparta.
Right. Which isthmus connects the Peloponnese to the rest of mainland Greece?
Corinth.
Yeah, sure.
Elizabeth of Corinth.
That is right for 25. He is enamored of Dulcinea. Name this title character, Samir.
Don Quixote.
This author of 12 exemplary novels wrote Don Quixote.
Cervantes.
This knight tries to stop Don Quixote's quest by fighting him. He is really Samson Carrasco in disguise.
Night of the White Moon.
You got 25 points. It is a Middle Ages version of a guitar. Name this pear-shaped stringed instrument. Yes, Nikhil.
Lute.
What other four-letter word beginning with L names a type of harp, sometimes seen on ancient Greek vases?
Lyre.
The word lyre is also used to describe the framework supporting the foot pedals of which grand musical instrument?
Foot pedals, maybe just the piano.
Piano.
You got 25 points. First identified as high redshift sources of electromagnetic energy, what do astronomers call energetic and distant galaxies that are the most luminous objects in the... Yes, Nikhil.
Quasars.
Quasars are compact regions in the center of a massive galaxy that surround what extremely dense objects?
Black holes.
Long before getting into the mobile phone business, what company used the Quasar name for their solid-state color TVs?
Mobile phones, perhaps like Samsung?
Samsung.
It was Motorola. That's the end of the first round. We'll be right back after these messages.
Since 1952, San Mateo Credit Union has been proud to help San Mateo County members and their families achieve their financial dreams. Our deep commitment to the community we serve includes offering a wide variety of financial education programs, like financial literacy workshops for youth, adults, and seniors, seminars about raising money-smart kids, identity theft prevention, and many more. For more information about San Mateo Credit Union, visit us at www.smcu.org.
Hey, need some video work done? We can do that. We do all that video stuff. We can even put your video on that internet thingy. At Peninsula TV, we do full-blown in-studio production, talk shows, performances, speeches, anything. Remote multi-camera production, on location, at your event. And for the budget-minded, single camcorder production in high definition. We'll take your video project from first idea to finished product. For more info, contact Peninsula TV. And now it's time to meet the Quiz Kids. Once again, here's Brad.
Welcome back. We're going to jump into our second three-for-all. The toss-ups are worth 10, followed by 25 and 50-point questions. Good luck. A mask with his image has become the face of the international hacking group Anonymous. Name this. Yes, Nikhil.
Guy Fawkes.
Which first Stuart King of England was targeted for assassination by Fawkes' gunpowder plot?
James I.
Fawkes met his co-conspirator Robert Catesby while fighting for Spain during the 80 Years' War against which rebellious nation?
Spain.
Holland.
The Netherlands is correct for 50 points. He took part in the War of the Farrapos and the Uruguayan Civil War before returning to Europe. Samir.
Garibaldi.
From 1851 to 1853, Garibaldi lived in exile in what most rural New York City borough?
Queens? I don't know.
Queens.
Staten Island. It claimed the lives of George Mallory and Andrew Irvine in 1924. 29 years later, Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary, ultimately Ankit.
Mount Everest.
What Tibetan word refers to local people, typically men, who are employed as guides for mountaineering expeditions in the Himalayas?
Sherpas.
What is the title of the 1996 John Krakauer book about a catastrophic ascent of Everest?
Into Thin Air.
Yeah, Into Thin Air.
You're right for 50 points. Throughout 2010, Mahmoud Abbas pleaded with the U.S. to take action regarding Israeli settlements in what occupied territory? Yes, Samir.
Palestine.
No. What occupied territory named for its position along the River Jordan?
West Bank. West Bank. West Bank.
In 2010, Robert Ford became the first U.S. ambassador since 2005 to what nation led by President Bashar al-Assad?
Bashar, Syria.
In January 2011, the U.S. pledged support for free elections after the departure of what country's longtime dictator Zayn el-Abidin Ben Ali?
Tunisia.
Yeah.
Tunisia.
You got 50 points. They have a 2-to-1 ratio of hydrogen to oxygen atoms. What class of organic compounds are also known as saccharides? Nikhil.
Sugars.
No. You can steal.
Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates.
Right. Sugars are known as simple carbohydrates. Sucrose consists of 2 simple sugars, glucose, and what other sugar, also called fruit sugar?
Fructose.
Fructose.
Before starch reaches the small intestine, it is digested into what carbohydrate consisting of 2 molecules of glucose joined together?
Is it
Saccharin.
Saccharin.
Maltose. By the time of his death, which Scottish-American iron and steel magnate, yes, Rashawn,
Carnegie.
which founder and chairman of Standard Oil became the first American to amass a fortune of over $1 billion?
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller.
I need more.
John G. Rockefeller?
John Rockefeller.
Right. Gaining his fortune from shipping and railroad interests, the founder of the Accessory Transit Company gave a grant to a Tennessee university that today bears his name.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
50 points. Sacked in 1204 during the fourth, yes, Ankit.
Constantinople.
Many in Istanbul commute from continent to continent when they cross what strait that bisects Istanbul?
Bosporus.
What is the shiny name of the inlet on the Bosporus north of Old Istanbul?
Golden Horn.
You got 50 points. Its roof is a series of shells. Danish architect Jorn Utz, yes, Nikhil.
The Sydney Opera House.
The Metropolitan Opera House and the Philharmonic's Avery Fisher Hall are part of what New York City Center for the Performing Arts?
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Its exterior is covered in stainless steel panels. Frank Gehry designed what Los Angeles hall that opened in 2003?
Walt Disney.
That is right for 50 points. This nationalist petitioned the Versailles Peace Conference for decolonization, but was ignored by the British and French. Name this leader of the Viet Minh and namesake. Yes, Nikhil.
Ho Chi Minh.
In 1976, Ho Chi Minh's name was officially applied to this city, whose U.S. embassy had been evacuated 1 year earlier.
Saigon.
An earlier attack on the U.S. embassy in Saigon took place during this 1968 offensive that coincided with the Vietnamese Lunar New Year.
Tet Offensive.
You got 50 points. And that's 430-180. We'll be right back with the final round.
And now we're back with the second half of Quiz Kids. Take it away, Brad.
All right, for the final round of the season, we'll put 3 minutes on the clock. The questions are worth 30 points. The clock will start when I ask the first question. This will determine our season's champion. Good luck, both teams. Co-developer of the 3D Fusion camera system, which Canadian filmmaker has directed Aliens, Terminator, Titanic? Ankit.
Cameron.
Yes. A law that relates the force and displacement of a spring is named for him. Which, yes, Ankit.
Hook.
Right. How many minutes elapse while a clock second hand moves through an angle of 1800 degrees? Rashawn.
30.
No.
300.
300.
No, it's 5 minutes. In the animated film Beauty and the Beast, what kind of character is Lumiere? Mary.
A candle.
Yes. He wrote about Cloy and his master Ham in the apocalyptic Endgame. Nikhil.
Beckett.
Major Robert Anderson was its commander. Which fort in Charleston Harbor was fired upon? Nikhil.
Sumter.
The red rectangle found in 1973 and red square seen in 2007 are very symmetric examples of what clouds of interstellar gas and dust? Nikhil.
Nebula.
In 2004, Rolling Stone magazine named this song the third greatest of all time. Rashawn.
Stairway to Heaven.
No. Its singer suggests the possibility of no countries, no possessions too, and all the people living life in peace.
Imagine.
Right. She appears to be following in the footsteps of fellow child star Lindsay Lohan. What star of What I Like About You and What a Girl Wants was recently arrested for drunk driving? Mary.
Drew Stiles.
Sorry.
Duff.
Amanda Bynes. It was just east of Baltimore in 1790. The Census Bureau determined that what spot today is just about at Plato, Missouri? Heidi Hiro.
Center of population.
Right. The so-called Annus Mirabilis papers written in 1905. Nikhil.
Einstein.
Yes. It was renamed Ali Nagar after its capture by the Nawab of Bengal in 1756. What city saw British deaths in a fort? Yes, Nikhil.
Kolkata.
Yes. Aeolus, the king governing these entities, put notice. Yes, Samir.
The winds.
Yes. The Zephyrs in one of the Horai appear in which depiction of a fully grown goddess? Yes, Nikhil.
Birth of Venus.
Right. These kinds of mammals have four-chambered stomachs, enabling them to digest. Yes, Mary.
Cow.
No. To digest tough plant-based material. What's the term for animals such as antelope, goats, and cows who chew their cud?
Ruminants.
Right. It's the only American state to be bordered by both Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Yes, Rashawn.
Maine.
No. What state is home to the cities of Grand Forks, Fargo, and Bismarck?
North Dakota.
Right. It transferred Shandong to Japan and gave Alsace to... Yes, Samir.
The Treaty of Versailles.
Right. It shares a border with Argentina along the Rio de la Plata, which... Yes, Ankit.
Uruguay.
Yes. He adapted Kenneth Graham's The Wind in the Willows as Toad of Toad Hall. Who's even better known for creating Eeyore and Winnie the... Yes, Nikhil.
Milne.
Right. The xiphoid process isn't a method or technique, but rather the lower end of what long, flat bone in the center. That's the end of the game. Bellarmine are the champions! We'll be right back to give the awards out. Don't go away.
Tournament champions will win an all-expenses-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS.
We have some very distinguished guests with us for the final parts of our program. First, representing our magnificent sponsor for Quiz Kids, the San Mateo Credit Union, is the Vice President of Human Resources, Ms. Lisa Roundtree. Hi, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On behalf of San Mateo Credit Union, it is our pleasure to sponsor this show and to be a part of this television station. So a great job to all of the children that are up here. You did a great job, and we are very, very proud to be a part of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Let us turn to our wonderful second place team, Menlo School, to present the award for your placement here and for your achievement. We have, first of all, Mr. Alberto Jacinto of the Golden Gate Commandery, number 16, Knights Templar. Mr. Jacinto.
On behalf of Golden Gate Commandery, number 16, Knights Templar, we congratulate you, Menlo, for a good job. You did a very good job, and also Bellarmine. Thank you, and we'll present to you your award later. Thank you.
And now from the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Mr. Lee Paretsky.
I'd also like to congratulate you for as far as you did. It was a great job. And as far as the winners, congratulations. It's unbelievable. I do want to say one thing. I'm going to plagiarize one of my associates that was here, and during the taping they mentioned that if anybody thinks that today's youth is going downhill, they should watch this show. It's great.
Thank you, Lee. Both organizations are presenting a $500 check to each of the players, so a job well done. I'd like to turn this over to Mary Anto to say a few words.
Yeah, our team would like to thank the Scottish Rites of Freemasonry and the Knights Templar for sponsoring our prizes. We'd also like to thank Mark Balser, Penn TV, and the San Mateo Credit Union. And lastly, lots of gratitude for Mr. Steinberg, our amazing coach, Catherine Pavlov, our teammate who couldn't be here today, and to our parents for their continual support.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Menlo School. We turn now to our champions for the season, Bellarmine School. You are... You have shown us how it's done across the nation for the last season, and you are going to be going in July on a beautiful 8-day trip to Spain, courtesy of our friends at ACIS. So I want to turn this over to Ankit, the captain, to say a few words for your team.
Yeah, I would like to express my gratitude to, first of all, the San Mateo Credit Union and ACIS for sponsoring both the show and our trip. I would like to thank the Knights Templar and the Scottish Rites of Freemasonry, Mark Balser, the executive producer, and Penn TV for broadcasting the show. I would also like to give credit to our amazing coach, Mr. Chris Fleetis, as well as our alternate, John Cherian, and also all of our parents for being very kind and bringing us to this studio on so many different weekends.
Okay, good, great. Congratulations to Bellarmine. Let's give the final word to the president of the board of directors of Penn TV, Mr. Mark Naismith.
Thank you very much. Incredible honor to be here. Thank you. I'd like to re-thank a lot of people who have already been acknowledged because they absolutely deserve it. Congratulations to both teams and to all the teams that participated this year. Very heroic, our 13th year. Penn TV is just grateful and honored to be able to bring this sort of programming to the community and to the entire Bay Area. The sponsors have been wonderful. I would like to acknowledge our friends from San Mateo Credit Union again. They've been wonderful, the anchor sponsor right beside us, arm in arm every year, and helped us do this great show. Mr. Mark Balser and Brad Freeman, the heart and soul of Quiz Kids. Thank you both very much.
Thank you, Mark.
We'll look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you to everybody for watching and to this amazing staff and the behind the scenes. We'll see you next season. Bye-bye.